Welcome to the 23rd episode of The Window to Dubai. I'm here with Thea from getb.com and teachmenow.com, correct?
Yes. Very happy to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. So we had a kind of a long conversation before we got started, but I really wanted to kind of jump straight into the getb.com because this is like your new project. You're launching it out. You're kind of just getting it out there, but it comes from an original platform that you've developed, and maybe you could talk more just about the technology behind what you're doing.
Sure. So B stands for bringing expertise everywhere. And for me, my personal mission is to make knowledge accessible to everyone. And by building getb.com, we are the engine behind a lot of these sharing economy and on-demand platforms for live training, virtual consultations, and more. So we're really excited to have built out the platform for GEMS education, gemstutor.com. We're now working on the 1 million Arab coders program with the Dubai government, and we're the engine behind all of these sort of online learning platforms. So that's really exciting to us. Microsoft is also notably one of our biggest customers. So really excited to work with all these great projects. But it all comes from teachmenow.com, as you very rightly said, and that's where my journey started.
Yeah, and so the platform is, the easiest way to describe it is you're kind of connecting students and teachers through a platform online and kind of on a global scale, right?
Exactly. So teachmenow.com started as a global marketplace for live and on-demand learning. So we connected thousands of teachers and students all over the world. In fact, our first class happened between a professor in Venezuela teaching a student in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and you were telling me that kind of what you've done is you've taken the teachmenow.com scenario, but you've made it like a white label, because when you're talking about these other companies, you're taking that formula and letting someone else brand it as theirs, and you're just the driver behind the scenes, correct?
Exactly. So in a way, now instead of a C2C or consumer to consumer, we're a B2B business. Yeah. So we're the engine behind a lot of these platforms that look and feel like the client's platform. So it's their brand, their business model, their experts, you know, be it teachers, be it mentors, be it lawyers, their own community, but it's actually powered by us in the background.
Yeah, and you kind of created this whole thing originally coming from a teaching background, right? Like you had like an aha moment in your life where you were helping someone learn and it clicked for you to put this together. Can you tell more just how that all came about?
Yeah, so my journey actually started when I started teaching two students. One had ADD and the other had dyslexia, and they were both predicted to fail their exams. Now, I was 19 years old, I had no teaching background, but after 2 months, both of these students got way above average scores. And that was my first sort of spark, or as you said, aha moment.
Yeah, so I think I stole that from you.
Yeah, and I'll never forget being there on their graduation day, watching them both graduate, you know, with way above average scores and seeing them move ahead in their careers. I realized as a young person I could still have an impact. And I started teaching, and I started getting more and more requests online. So I had Skype, email, PayPal, and all these things to coordinate my online classes. By the age of 21, 22, I was making $100 an hour teaching online from my couch at home. Wow. And thought there must be more people like me, more people with knowledge, but they just don't have a flexible way to share that knowledge. You know, in the rise of the sharing economy with Uber and Airbnb, there was nothing like teachmenow.com, but for live and on-demand learning. So the more research I started doing, the more opportunity I saw for this kind of marketplace model. And as I said, our first class happened between, you know, a professor in Venezuela. For him, he charged $35 an hour, which is a lot of money in Venezuela. Yeah. And he was teaching Spanish. For someone in Saudi Arabia to find a native Spanish speaker at that level for only $35, that was a great deal. Yeah. So matching people like that all over the world, that's really exciting to me.
Yeah, and you said you had a small technology background too, like you made an app or something, because that you took teaching and this is how it all kind of merged into one, right?
Yeah, so my background has nothing to do with tech. I studied international relations with the goal of getting into the UN, so a completely different academic career. But it was through this journey and it was through the work that I did that I realized technology has such an impact in all these different spaces. And I think technology sounds like this mysterious thing that people don't quite understand. But as someone of the younger generation, I truly believe in tech for good. So I took a year off after uni, taught myself everything I could about apps. This is before, you know, the age of Angry Birds. That I built my first app, and that was one of the first games for high school students. And it was in fact through that app that I got so many requests for teaching online and teaching on Skype, which then led me to build teachmenow.com and now getb.com.
Yeah, and so it sounds like you went from teacher to kind of app developer, and then you merge those together and Teach Me Now, and then now it looks like you've become a technology provider for other people trying to teach and merge technology. It sounds like you've kind of evolved in that way over time, correct? Is that
exactly? So our mission is really to help others scale their impact further. I'm very excited to work with social projects, entrepreneurs, teacher entrepreneurs, schools and institutions, as well as companies to really scale their operations and reach more people online too.
And you're a part of the 2020 Expo too, right? Like the whole global initiative with that. Can you talk more about that?
It's very exciting and an honor to be a part of Expo 2020. And Expo 2020 has a grant initiative called Expo Live, which is their innovation grant, where they're giving $100,000 to social impact innovation companies. And we're very honored to be one of the few members selected from Dubai, or few startups from Dubai.
Yeah.
And we're now part of the Expo 2020 program. So some of the projects that we get to fund and work on are actually social impact projects. So we're donating our software to really nice projects like the Kakuma project, a refugee camp in Kenya, the Society of Women Engineers for mentorship for women in tech, and a few other really exciting ones that we'll be launching soon.
Nice. I'm curious, what would you give another female startup coming into Dubai, or just in your space, like technology and kind of combining that? What would you give as advice to get started?
I think the hardest part for any entrepreneur, be it, wherever you come from and wherever you are, is really to get started. I think a lot of people sort of overanalyze things. We have this analysis by paralysis kind of situation where we're just like, it's so easy to see the problems, but sometimes it's, really hard to just take that leap of faith. And I think just getting started is sometimes the hardest part. It sounds very simple, but it's literally just about getting started. And once you've sort of taken that leap of faith, it's literally just about keeping going and perseverance, because there will always be ups and downs. But the hardest part then is literally just to keep going.
Yeah, it is. I think a lot of people overthink things. As a marketer, I work with a lot of clients that will spend 2 weeks approving the music on a video, and I'm like, just post it, just put it on Instagram. No one's even going to watch it. You have 300 followers. Don't worry.
But also in tech, it's so important to get customer feedback early on. And a lot of founders and technical developers will just focus on a product and not get customer feedback. So you're building a product without knowing how people will use it. And I think that's the mistake a lot of early tech founders make, and I know I made that mistake too. But it's really important to just get something done and get it out there. And
just adjust. Once it's out there, get the feedback and make the tweaks versus overthink it and never launch. Nice. So how do people find you? Where can they find, obviously, getb.com?
Yes.
Instagram handles, find you, follow you?
Exactly. So getb.com, we're at getbofficial. You can follow me also. I'm Thea Myhrvold. I'll share all my links as well.
You also said that you are more heavy on LinkedIn. It's same, to search you on LinkedIn the same?
Exactly. So very honored also to be a top 10 power profile in tech here in the UAE. So I think I was the only woman under 30 on that list. So very proud to be on that list. So yeah, please do follow me on LinkedIn, connect. Happy to share my advice to any entrepreneurs listening as well. Check out getb.com. Happy to sort of help see how we can scale your impact online too. And happy to hear your story one day as well.
Yeah, awesome. I think it's a great episode. I think we'll close with that.